Hi everyone, my name is Anali, and a artifact or a photo that connects with the reason why I'm in higher ed program is this one. This is a picture of me and a picture of my mom when I graduated from kindergarten. The reason I chose that is because my mom never obtained an education higher than middle school. This is very common, especially in Mexican communities. That's because a lot of the women are only meant to actually be homemakers. So this picture means a lot to me because it encapsulates the fact that she always told me that education is very important and that education will provide you with doors that are open for you for greater opportunities. Um, So a little about me. I am an Arizona native and I actually work for ASU currently. I work within the registrar's office, specifically in the graduation office. Do not get it mixed up. I am not working in the ceremonies office. They're two different things. And I basically just award degrees. I run reports, award degrees, and make sure everything is okay for that. That's not the only thing I do. I run reports a little bit before, catch any like snags that a student may have on their degree audit report for bachelor's degree seekers, or um, any issues on the iPods or the interactive plan of study. So it's really fun. I really enjoy my job, but I don't want to be in that section forever. Um, I would one day like to work as a registrar, and I think that is like such an important role for anyone who wants to create actual change in their institution. They're able to go, to conferences and to make that actual change. And you're gonna wonder why I want to do that. What change needs to happen? Um, my biggest tip right now is that a lot of students are getting educations and are not getting a job with the same salary, like not the same salary, but like the salary that they deserve. A lot of them are going into like massive debt for their education, and then they end up working as a barista at Starbucks because they can't find anything within their line of field or field of interest. Um, so there's a clear devaluation of college degrees. I'm not sure if it's because employers want the smartest for the littlest amount of money, or if it's because students are kind of becoming more apathetic towards college education. Like, um, recently I learned about the academic drift phenomenon, and I think it does take into account a little bit here. So I would like to do that, or I would like to work in admissions. I think admissions is so cool. It is the starting point of a student's career, academic journey, and I think that's really cool. I think that um, they are learning for the first time how to be themselves and how to make decisions for themselves. So I think that's really interesting, and I would like to work at any higher institution for admissions. Um, what's the next one? Okay. So what is leadership and how do you define it? How I define leadership is basically someone who's empathetic, someone who takes criticism, and someone who, um, you know, reflects and tries to help their team. I think that a lot of the times people think that being a leader should be someone who does not care and only wants the best for the company, and that's that. But I think that creates a horrible work environment for a lot of people if they have that type of mentality. Thankfully, I've had all good bosses, and they've all been wonderful. They've all been empathetic because they see their workers as more than just people churning daily tasks. They see them as like actual human beings. I think that's another important thing in being a leader, being having leadership qualities. Um, there's this graphic that I saw, and I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with it. But there's this graphic that I saw. Basically, it's um, a stick figure, and it's like labeled the leader, and it's sitting on the pile with on the cart, and all the workers are like dragging it, and it's like way heavier. And then there's an actual one. The next one is like the leader is with the workers pushing the cart or hauling it away, and it's showing that they want to work with their team to help them succeed. And I think that perfectly encapsulates what good leadership looks like. What I would like to gain from this class is understand leadership ethics. Personally, I know that one of the things I mentioned was like a leadership to take criticism. Um, I personally really like criticism because it helps me see exactly where I'm going wrong. Because I think as human beings, we're so self-absorbed. We think that we're doing great, but then other people are like, we're messing up. And I enjoy hearing from other people, and for them to provide me with criticism. So I would like to understand a little bit more about ethics to leadership. And yeah, thank you so much for hearing me. I look forward to hearing your guys' videos. Bye.